10 years apart, a midnight kiss in Cancun, and a fandom split right down the middle. JoJo Siwa's newest plot twist is either a once-in-a-lifetime romance or the slickest clout-quake of 2025. Ever since she strutted out of the celebrity Big Brother UK house arm-in-arm with Love Island alum Chris Hughes, millions have asked the same question. Is this real? Or is the glitter just hiding a money-making machine? Tonight, we're mapping the secret timeline, the math behind the headlines, and the backlash that keeps the click meter spinning. No fluff, no slow-mo, just the raw story at top speed. Early April, London's Elstree Studios. 200 cameras, zero privacy. While housemates snored upstairs, JoJo and Chris sank into the neon-lit hot tub and swapped whispered jokes. Fans glued to the 3 a.m. Live feed clipped 20 seconds of shared blanket, side-eye smiles, and knee-tapping laughter. By breakfast, TikTok had stitched the moment into a montage set to Karma, and the ship name number, Chris Hughes, cleared 1 million loops before producers even served coffee. Viewers said they could feel the vibe tilt from buddy banter to something with sparks. Nobody said chemistry, but everyone felt it. The more the cameras rolled, the louder the whispers grew. Chris defended JoJo against a late-night slur. JoJo slipped extra dessert onto his tray, and the edit room kept dropping slow zooms of lingering hugs. Even contestants joked that those two need a spin-off, but the real ignition came when the finale credits rolled and the cast spilled back into real life. Because sparks hidden inside a house can explode in open air. And explode they did. Barely 3 weeks after the finale, paparazzi lenses with more reach than a center court selfie stick caught JoJo and Chris on a sun-soaked stretch of Cancun sand. In one frame, her neon manicure tangled in his hair, his grin wider than the horizon, and the kiss. Sunset lit, undeniably intimate. No ring lights, no product tags, no brand rep in sight. Just a long lens ambush that plastered tabloids in 2 countries. Within 2 hours, hashtag #CyHughes cracked 1 billion TikTok views. Within 6, it topped X's worldwide trend list. Some called it a soft launch. Others shouted, staged, but nobody scrolled past it. For fans keeping receipts, the timestamp mattered. The kiss landed after the wrap party, but before anyone confirmed a breakup. Suddenly, JoJo's public timeline looked hazy, and every amateur detective on Reddit zoomed in on the date stamp. Headlines screamed, love triangle, comment sections filled with side-eye emojis, and one truth became inescapable. The story had officially left the entertainment pages and entered the algorithm's fast lane. But the beach was nothing compared to the storm back in London. At the CBB after party, JoJo ended her whirlwind romance with Australian podcaster Kath Ebbs, publicly, and if Kath's own tear-stained livestream is straight, without warning. Ebbs claimed they were cussed out in front of producers, then left ghosted outside the hotel. JoJo fired back on the vile files, insisting there were a dozen reasons for the split, and Chris wasn't one of them. 2 perspectives, one messy timeline, infinite speculation. Social media, of course, chose sides at lightning speed. Team Kath hashtags called JoJo cold, while hashtag Defensiva loyalists accused Ebbs of spinning heartbreak into headlines. Overnight, JoJo's bow-wearing kid star legacy collided with an adult world of messy breakups and late-night confessions. For anyone who still pictured her cartwheeling in sequins, the pivot felt brutal, and fans who'd grown up alongside her weren't sure whether to mourn or cheer the transformation. While JoJo's mentions burned, Chris stepped into a different kind of spotlight. Chris is 32, JoJo just turned 22, and Reddit wasted 0 time pointing to the gap. Clips of his 2020 Love Island Flirt Fest, spray tan, party boy banter circulated as proof that the new glow-up was less hard eyes, more headline hunting. Podcast host Gabby Windy shook her head, on mic. Glitter kitty meets thirsty uncle? Not exactly a fairy tale pitch. Yet, the accusation of opportunism collided with footage of Chris quietly shutting down a homophobic jest inside the Big Brother house. Fans replayed the clip, counting the seconds he let silence hang before defending JoJo's identity. Genuine ally or strategic white knight? The jury's still arguing in all caps, but one unarguable fact was surfacing in analytics dashboards worldwide. Controversy keeps you on screen longer than clarity ever could. And the numbers don't just speak, they scream. Enter the metrics. Instagram tracker Hype Auditor shows JoJo at 11.3 million followers as of June 1st, up roughly 300,000 since her reality TV stint. Engagement spikes dance above 25%. Wild in influencer math. Meanwhile, Chris, once a niche fixture on UK daytime panels, added nearly 500,000 new followers in the same window. Even their critics begrudgingly concede the "are they, aren't they" tango pays better than any press tour. Music numbers echo the pattern. When Chris popped up side stage at JoJo's Glasgow tour stop, Spotify logged a 22% jump in daily streams of Karma and sold 3,000 extra seats for her Liverpool date within 48 hours. Sponsors noticed. Energy drink brand Nova slid into DMS. A sneaker collab JoJo teased 6 months ago suddenly resurfaced in focus group slides. In 2025, mystery isn't just an emotion, it's an asset. And JoJo just proved she can mint curiosity into concert cash on command. But a single selfie would soon test how far that curiosity could stretch. Clock strikes midnight, Pride Month begins. Chris posts a Snapchat selfie. JoJo asleep on his chest, bare-shouldered, his lips pressed to her forehead. Caption: favorite human? 20 minutes later, the shot vanishes, but screenshot culture never sleeps. Some cheer, love wins, others cry, queerbait marketing, and both sides light the timeline like a fireworks finale. JoJo, who's long bristled at strict labels, simply retweets a rainbow heart emoji and heads to rehearsal. The timing couldn't be louder. First day of Pride, first bed selfie, first mass meltdown. Comment sections split. Celebration of bi-lesbian visibility versus cynicism over a marketing stunt. LGBTQ+ creators debated whether the photo empowered fluid identities or cheapened them for clicks. But even the harshest critics kept one finger glued to refresh, because outrage, like romance, feeds the algorithm the same high-octane fuel, and the next 24 hours would pour gasoline on both fires. June 2nd, The Guardian drops its Q&A. JoJo kicks off her sneakers mid-interview, grins, and delivers 7 words that detonate across every news feed. It's not platonic anymore. Beautiful, isn't it? Hours later, on Good Morning America, Chris echoes the sentiment, calling JoJo the best twist my life's ever had. Hard launch achieved, the cute dodge is dead, the stakes are suddenly real. Fallout arrives at breakneck speed. Kath trends again, offering a polite, no comment. Ticketmaster's site queues spike. UK bookies update odds on how long the romance will last. 12-1 on an engagement by Christmas, if you like Vegas math. JoJo's arena tour adds 3 extra dates. Chris signs with a stateside sports hosting agency he couldn't sniff 2 months ago. Even their critics grudgingly admit the couple now owns the conversation. Every cheer, every eye roll, every doom scroll pumps their momentum, but momentum cuts both ways. JoJo's brand once lived on glitter bows and squeaky clean slogans. Now she's weathering think pieces about power dynamics and strategic heartbreak. Chris, hailed as a comeback king, also carries the shadow of fame chaser wherever he steps. And Kath? Rumor says a memoir outline just landed in 3 publishers' inboxes. In 2025, the story never ends. It only reloads. And nothing reloads quite like a romance built in front of 200 cameras. So here's the takeaway you'll want after the comment section's cool. JoJo Siwa and Chris Hughes just staged, or stumbled into, the perfect demonstration of modern celebrity physics. A spark on reality TV, multiplied by a beachside kiss, amplified by a public breakup, processed through age gap outrage, monetized via follower surges, then finally crowned with a hard launch headline. Every emoji you drop, every eye roll you swipe, every paragraph you watch right now adds another click to their story. Maybe their bond is destiny, maybe it's mutual leverage, but the real shock isn't that they blurred the line between love and likes. It's how eagerly we keep tapping to watch.